Hello and welcome to Dissolving the Ivory Tower, a story in 4 parts. So at the beginning of this week, we had 4 graduate students who were virtually strangers meeting through the National Humanities Center in partnership with Podcasting the Humanities. At an intuitive level, all of these students were already grappling with decolonial forms of knowledge production and what it would really mean to collapse and dissolve the ivory tower so that they could make their work more accessible and to also be a part of a dialogue that would involve communities that extended far and beyond the academy. And so in this discussion, we will have Alejandro, who is going to be speaking on the importance of pedagogy and how this extends towards community building. We also have Adrian, who is going to be speaking about her role in the academy and balancing that role while remaining to be part of communities of activism. We also have myself, Zama Dube, and I will be speaking directly to the idea of positioning myself as a dual practitioner scholar existing within the intersections of art and scholarship. I think that for a huge part of just my journey in university, even prior to entering a PhD program, there was always this enforced separation between the arts or being a creative and being a scholar. I actually had professors tell me that those two could not coexist, or that I couldn't possibly build a budding mainstream career and still be able to remain within the ethical bounds of what it means to be a scholar. And I, at an intuitive level, wanted to push back against that because I was like, but I am a whole human being. The reason why I went into grad school is because of my innate curiosity. And I think that when you are an artist, when you are a creator, I actually see the roles of being a scholar and a thinker. It's a creative practice, those are constantly overlapping. And I have been able, to actually find solace and affirmation even in certain ancestors or people that I regard as my ancestors, such as the likes of Toni Morrison, who was able to so gracefully, be both a scholar and be, a celebrated writer and be rigorous in both those practices. And I remember that she actually spoke to this idea that, the critic and the artist, were actually, there was no separation before. And she found it odd that, right now, and especially within the academy, there's always this enforced separation that, the critic is not the artist, or that the critic cannot be the scholar, or the artist cannot be the critic, and vice versa. And so I actually see an overlapping in that. And so just in practical ways, I think that is why and drawing from Adrian, I think I'm so inspired by how you are able to reframe your experience, where you are like, you walked into the academy and you were like, can I actually really make meaningful work within this environment that is hostile and violent? But you reframe that. And so for me, my reframing looked like saying, once I'm done with my coursework, I am looking forward to the freedom that the dissertation writing process will afford me. So I was like, I'm just going to live like a writer and a creator. And, I am actively trying to build this multimedia project, which is the praxis part of my research. And so I'm using art-based methodologies to theorize. And I'm saying that I am a scholar who uses my creative practice as a point of reference for my theorizing.